you're seeing this, then this is your full moon message for June 11th, 2025. Welcome. My name is Lara. If you know me, welcome back. If you don't, hi. We have a full moon in Sagittarius. I think it sort of came early last night, something. We're in the energy, though, today of the Sagittarius full moon. So this is actually literally one day after we've gotten our week started with our Tarot Tuesday. And I feel like since I recorded that video, I actually have a little bit more insight into what this moon means, because this moon is going to be affecting us through this week. And yeah, a little more clarity. The reading now makes a little bit more sense to me, actually, that because I kind of just went into it and I was like, I don't really know, but here's what I do know about this stuff. And then I saw some other things about the moon and I was like, oh, cool, I was right on track. So there you go. There you have that. But yeah, we're going to dive in for the full moon. We have our Keepers of the Light Oracle. I have my moon deck, and I also have my tarot cards. We're going to select 3 cards from our deck today. One card will tell us what we are meant to be focusing on under the lunation of this full moon. And we will also look at, regarding that focus, what needs to be let go and what needs to be called in. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. If you have not been here, or if you have been here, I'll remind you, this is a general reading. So things may not be super specific to your situation. This is a reading for everybody who comes to find it. So it may not be super specific. Hopefully you get some insight. You will know what messages are meant for you. Maybe not all of the messages are meant for you. Maybe they're for somebody else who's here. Maybe they're meant for you. You're the one who's going to know that. I encourage you to tap in to your intuition, use your own brain, and make your own decisions about where you want to go in your life. Okay? You know more about your situation than I do. All right? Unless you want to tell me. And then in that case, yeah, give me a call. We'll kiki. But otherwise, you know what's right for you. Take whatever is helpful and leave whatever you don't need, okay? So don't worry about it. Also, like I said, this is the full moon in Sagittarius, which is June 11th, 2025. But if you're finding this at any other time, maybe you're finding it within the week, certainly during the week, we're still working with all of this energy. But if you're finding this at any other point, you're tapped into this energy somehow, and there's something here for you. So possibly. So, I mean, you'll know. So anyway, so take that for what that's worth. All right. Time isn't linear, so it doesn't really matter. You're finding this when you need to find it. Okay. Yeah. So all that being said, let's chat a little bit about the moon. So if you saw our Tarot Tuesday video that I posted yesterday, we were speaking with a lot of themes of like tiny triumphs and a lot of things around where we've made ourselves smaller, where we've sort of like lost faith in that magic. What sort of things are we still holding on to that are actually keeping us out of balance and keeping us from that soul alignment? Okay, what delusions are we still in? There's some shadow work coming up, but this particular, and in that video we talked a little bit about this moon. This particular moon, though, is like I said, the full moon in Sagittarius. We're in full-on Gemini season, so the opposite of that, when we had our Gemini new moon, is the Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius is the teacher, the philosopher, the adventurer, okay? Sagittarius is constantly learning. And Sagittarius is big ideas, big dreams. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter right now also is in Cancer, where it is exalted. So Jupiter feels really good in Cancer. And that is also coming into play with this moon in Jupiter. And then there's other things happening in the sky, and I don't really know too much about it. But this is the big stuff. So with our reading yesterday, there was a really interesting energy that I couldn't really put my finger on. And I think now I'm understanding that much more. Sagittarius, too, is the seeker of truth. Okay, so these truths that will be illuminated under this energy for you, they may be a little difficult to swallow. But Sagittarius is searching for the truth for the sake of the journey, of the inner evolution of the self, okay? This is asking the questions, not just to find the answer, but to find the answer and then whatever other questions are coming with that. Okay? So I think it's going to be big energy. It's Sagittarius is bold. It is also very fun. So I think no matter what's coming up, no matter how uncomfortable it gets under this energy, I think that's another thing to really sort of lean into, to keep us moving through, to keep us processing. And, you know, as things come up, we have to let it out. The reading we had before also was a lot about like repressed emotions and things like that. So Sagittarius is a mover. Okay, so moving your body could be very important under this energy. Sagittarius is the centaur as well. So half man, half horse. It's the archer. Okay, so it's really like pinpointing and like literally shooting for the stars. That's Sagittarius energy. But with that, Sagittarius really does not sugarcoat the truth. If you know me as a Sagittarius, you know that's true. All right. So yeah, I think it's going to be big energy. I think there is going to be some uncomfortable stuff that comes up for us, but this is all for the sake of letting go of what you don't need, right? So, which is what a full moon is all about. Full moons are about clearing out what's not working and, tending to what is growing. It's the harvest. It's also the strawberry moon. Okay. So under this lunation, this is known as the strawberry moon. It's our summer full moon. And yeah, those strawberries, right? Keep it light, keep it flirty, even when you're having truth bombs dropped all over you. Okay. Maybe easier said than done, but we're going to see what the cards have to show us today, okay? We're going to figure out how to best work with this energy. So, all that being said, I don't know how clear or concise that was. Hopefully it was. All right. Let's grab our Keeper of the Light Tarot and just see who is here for us to guide us and walk us through this energy on the full moon in Sagittarius. Who is here for us? There we go. Thank you. There you are. Whoa! 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 Okay. Okay. Sorry. Horus. Cosmic Gateway. No big deal. All right. Love it. Love to see it. Horus, the Egyptian god. This says, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Is Horus the god of magic? I think so. Don't quote me on that. I think we're going to find out. But this is giving Stargate. This is giving walking through portals. We actually do have the solstice coming up soon as well. But this full moon, I think too, using this as a portal, using the light of the full moon to guide you through your portal. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. We talked about our own magic and how fear gets in the way of our own magic in our last Tarot Tuesday. So this is giving magician vibes for me. Let me see if I'm onto something. We'll look up Horus here. There we go. All right. So Horus is the Egyptian eagle-headed god and sun/twin flame of the goddess Isis. He is known for his foresight, psychic awareness, and ability to travel between the worlds. I mean, traveling between worlds too, that's pretty Sagittarian energy. He can help us move into the cosmos with our mind, meditations, and prayers so that we can harness the natural magic that surrounds us. He was known for ritual magic in the past. Okay, there we go. If you are a ritual practitioner of any kind, this is your sign. Okay? She said to herself. Shh. He was known for ritual magic in the past, and now he helps create pockets of energy in the world where you can access light, wisdom, and insight. Wow, I love this. If you are seeing the symbol of an eye appearing around you, know that Horus is asking you to become aware of how you are influencing the energy around you and how it is in turn influencing you. You are connected to the universe and have the ability to manifest miraculous experiences. Yes. Your thoughts, words, and actions are like magnets drawing the energy that creates and cultivates your world. You have a stellar gateway chakra above your head, a vortex of energy that is influenced by your own energy. You can place ideas into this vortex to create what you are seeking. The universe also offers you guidance, abundance, support, and healing based on your capacity to connect to it and accept it. You have a real opportunity to further that connection now by sending prayers and intentions out into the cosmos. Wow. Yeah. Also, because Jupiter's real happy right now, so I can really see that. So, okay. Yes. Ugh. And I mean, and they're always connected, but this particular week, because we really did have Tarot Tuesday, and the very next day, like overnight, we're moving into this full moon energy. So I would recommend you go see that reading if you haven't seen it yet. But whatever, do whatever you want. I don't care. But because the thing about magic and manifestation and setting these intentions is that when you're doing it from a place of fear, that is still continuing to hold you back. But that's the trick. Because a lot of times you're manifesting something to get out of a place of fear. But that fear really has an influence. So you have to you have to get all that out of the way so that you can fully step through and shoot those arrows out there. Bing, bing, bing. Right? Okay. Love this for us. Who's at the bottom? Woo! Wasn't I just talking about fear? All right. So she's here to help us out. Love it. Love to see it. Love her. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look with our tarot cards. Thank you, Horus. Whoo! I love this energy. It's big. And it's magical. It's electric. Okay, but let's ask Horus for some cards. Show us what is it that we are here to focus on under the light of this full moon. Okay, there it is. There she is. Okay, and then thank you. And then what, there it is. That's what we're going to get away from. That's what we're going to leave behind, release, and something to call in, something to come in. Oh, just one more card. Something that will be coming in under this energy. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Hang on. We'll get there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're going to start where we always start, which is at the bottom of the deck with our shadow cards. Our shadow cards are representing the energy in our subconscious. So whether or not you're aware of this, this is just below the surface for you. And this is what is driving every situation that is happening for you right now. So we're starting here with the Knight of Cups. I mean, there's been disappointments. There's been things that you were told that you were going to receive that broken promises perhaps, or disappointments. You were led to believe that something was here for you that is not. But the energy behind that is that there is like a new leaf that you're turning over with the Page of Pentacles. This is a new seed to be planted. And what the energy here is saying is that it's also with the Knight of Swords, it's time to get moving, okay? So where maybe there's been this blockage of these disappointments. We also talked a lot in the last reading about things around competition and our ambition and how we are moving toward our success. Not putting faith in like pretty words. This is really about seeing the growth with the seed to be planted. Knowing that you are indeed moving off in the right direction. Now, the thing about this, okay, remember that you are moving off in the right direction, but what is coming, you're moving off in the right direction, okay? This is taking you towards your happiness. So even if these things didn't work out, whatever new for you is coming up with the Page of Pentacles. This could be a job opportunity. This could be some material resource coming in some kind of a way. It's some physical thing that is beginning here that gets you some forward movement towards the direction of where you want to be going. I mean, this is the ultimate emotional fulfillment, happiness, end of the rainbow situation here. And and it's really interesting because behind that we have the Justice card in reverse. So I feel like it's feeling like it's not supposed to be where you're meant to go because you're sort of seeing these things and maybe you're feeling shut out or like people aren't showing up for you and all of these disappointments. It's pulling up a lot of shadow for you. This moon is highlighting the injustices that you have had to deal with. Okay, so it's going to pull this shadow up. I think don't get discouraged by that is what I'm hearing. Because the King of Cups in reverse, okay? Beware of like how you may be emotionally manipulating yourself in certain ways, all right? The Queen of Swords also in reverse is like our self-talk. And it looks like you're pretty mean to yourself. So, you know, this is all coming up to the surface. It's all got to do with your relationship to lack and scarcity. This is what we're highlighting, okay? Are you moving from a place of feeling like you need someone else to come in and save you? This is the knight on the white horse. It's not going to be him, whoever he is. And it doesn't have to be a person, okay? Could be an idea, a story, all right? Because we're talking about our subconscious here. So yes, hang on. What was that? No, maybe it'll come back to me or it won't. Okay. So anyway, we're going to keep moving. That's what's underneath the surface for us. All right. So that all that being said, taking that into account, it's going to be a big week. But why was I laughing when the first card came out? Because it's the Eight of Swords in reverse. So this is where, what are we meant to focus on under this strawberry full moon in Sagittarius? We're stepping out of the illusion. And again, this is, go watch the Tarot Tuesday. We're stepping out of the illusion. We can see that the reality being reflected in the mirror is not the same. Seeing the ways, very clearly the ways in which we're the ones holding ourselves back because of a distorted perception. Okay? We're releasing all this. We're stepping out of these binds. We're taking off the blindfold. All right? So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And if that is not a Sagittarius full moon, I don't know what is, because the truth will rip those blindfolds right off of you, okay? And I don't know it to be any other way as far as my own experience. So the Eight of Swords, we're stepping out of this restriction. This is what we're talking about under this energy. And with Horus, this is, you know, also mirrors a lot of gateways here too. The cosmic gateway, okay? Again, if you are manifesting from a place of fear, restriction, self-limiting belief, like it's not going to work out the way you will hope. Like you really have to have that trust and that faith that the universe has got you. You can leave this behind. Okay. All right. So that's our focus. What are we going to let go of? We have the World in reverse. So there is a sense of the ways in which you are holding yourself back is limiting your ability to step through into this new chapter. So what do we need to release? I think we need I think we need to release these expectations of what we think is meant to work out. When we're rooted in a place of fear versus a much more grounded, trusting space, we have a very limited idea of what's possible. Where if we we're trusting in the journey, you know, we're stepping into a bright new world. But if you don't make space for the universe to come in and do what it does best, then you're really not getting the fullest experience. I think it's also giving me like letting go of control around how you think things are supposed to work out. Because again, the way you think, your imagination is limited. And especially with all the Jupiter energy that we've got here with the full moon in Sagittarius, with Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter can, this is, you know, he's the benefactor. It can be better than you might imagine. Your imagination is limited. Dream bigger. Or maybe it's something more like these restrictions and things have you tied up in your mind, and you really don't know what you're asking for. You don't know what you're manifesting. You don't know what door or portal you want to be stepping through, okay? So I think it's just like releasing all of that. There's an element of surrender in this card as well, in the upright position. And then what are we bringing in is interesting because it's the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So where we're finding balance here, this is like a lot of imbalance. I think this is, again, letting go of that control right now under this energy. Because when you're trying to control situations and outcomes, that is also from a place of fear. All right. Let the chaos, okay, come in as it does. Knowing that, like, to find the balance in the first place, you gotta, the pendulum has to swing back and forth before it settles and finds its balance. Or if you've ever seen somebody walk a tightrope, they have their arms out, they're finding their balance. I think this is also giving me like eye of the storm, you know? Right now the world is just chaos. Can you just let the chaos be the chaos? Can you step out of the attachments? Can you step out of that fear? Can you let go of your expectations of what you think it's supposed to be? These are the questions that are coming up under this energy. So is that making sense? More will always be revealed. I know that. I know that's right. All right, but let's wrap this up, okay? I'm like tired of hearing my own voice. So, so thank you so much for these. I have the moon deck. What do you have for us? How do we move through this energy? How do we work with it? Any advice, suggestions, directions? Please let us know. No. Let's do one more. There it is. Okay. Ha ha. Ha ha. Healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced. Let the chaos come. You can be this in the middle of all of it. Okay, let's read number 3. Number 3. Setting healthy boundaries is essential for our Physical and emotional well-being. We each have a need to care for our unique nature, enforce certain limits, and maintain self-respect. Tune into your central power source as you create and relate in the world with healthy boundaries. When your boundaries are too weak, you may give away too much, let too much in, or set yourself up for unhealthy dependency. Yet, if your boundaries are too rigid or thorny, you can become tense and isolated. Either extreme can be physically and emotionally painful over time. Recognize habits that drain your energy and discover this tender balance for yourself. The positive impact of healthy, clear boundaries will ripple into every aspect of your life. Ritual is an aura cleansing. Yeah, what they recommend is a particular ritual with movements and breath to do for 28 days to help with these boundaries. I think aura cleansing in general, however you want to do it, is going to be a good thing to focus on. This is going to clear up the static energy, residual fear, or anything you picked up from somebody else, because maybe it's not yours. Our energy is always intermingling. Another reason, like if you're trying to create and you're not doing your work to keep your aura cleansed, your aura needs a shower just as much, just like you do. So, and that is an aura cleanse is setting an energetic boundary, keeping you clean and clear, not picking up things from other people, clearing out whatever gunk. We're going to be doing some shadow work under this energy, so you'll need to be clearing and cleansing that out. And when you're focusing on that, then the chaos and the imbalance, you're not bringing on more than you need, and you're keeping your field clean. You're keeping your boundaries. And you can actually see what's yours, what's not, what you want to get rid of, what you want to keep. So yeah, there we go. I hope this was helpful. That's what I've got today. So I hope this was helpful. We'll find out as we move through the energy. If you liked this reading, please like, share, subscribe, whatever, all of the things. Let me know how you feel about this energy, how it's going. I love to hear. Yeah, there's more information on me down below in the description box if you're curious. If not, whatever. But that's it. I am going to take all this under consideration and let this process for myself and see what this means. But I'm wishing you a happy full moon in Sagittarius. And yeah, I'm here with you walking through all of this. So I will see you on the other side.